The invincible crew of the good ship Magee was sailing out over the sea, when who should they spy on a raft floating by but the pirate called Mad Dog Magee. Now Magee was renowned for the terrible sound he would make when blowing his nose, and his skill with a sword, which often was gored by the blood of his deadliest foes. Cried Magee to the crew of the good ship Magee, "Come about now and take me on board, then take orders from me, or else you will see I'll run you all through with my sword." Now the invincible crew of the good ship Magee was captained by Phineas Smee, who came up on deck and shouted, "By heck, you're the one, sir, and we're 23. Do you think we're afraid, 'cause a name you have made? We sword and enormous old hooter. Come aboard if you must, but surrender up first yonder blade, or I'll use my shooter." With these words then did Smee point straight at Magee his pistol, and 'pon my word, though this may sound weird, the pirate appeared to concede, for he laid down his sword. Then he paddled his raft right up to the craft, and took out his handkerchief blue. But on blowing his nose, a great wind arose, which shattered the ship quite in two. And as the ship sank, clinging tight to a plank, a lone survivor there be of the good ship Magee and her invincible crew. 'Twas a Captain bold Phineas Smee. Well, Magee sailed away, and the very next day found an island on which he did land. But on stepping ashore, with wonder he saw someone's footprints impressed in the sand. Well, who could this be? Was it Phineas Smee, the survivor of the good ship Magee? No, 'twas black-hearted Tate, the one-eyed first mate of Mad Dog's very own crew. What a very queer fate, cried black-hearted Tate, has brought us together again. For I ne'er thought this I would ever espy your ugly old hooter again. Then up jumped Magee and danced round with glee, and embraced his crusty old friend. I thought all was lost, when in the sea I was tossed. On that raft I thought it would end. Said Tate to Magee, "Come with me and you'll see what became of your ship, the Black Hound. For in that wild storm that took you, we were borne to this island, and here ran aground." Then the crew of the Hound all's gathered around, their long-lost captain to greet. Now all we are short for some rollicking sport is some booty, let's go find a fleet. So Magee and his crew, they all did set to repair their ship, the Black Hound. Then they set out on their way in search of some prey, which they very soon found. For sailing the main, with gold bound for Spain, was the galleon the Santa Lucia, that 3 days before had rescued the poor half-starved captain, old Phineas Smee. Upon sighting a craft approaching from aft, the galleon's captain hailed, "Come aboard, fine grandee," for he could not see that under false colours she sailed. For the hound sailed amain with the gold flag of Spain on her jackstaff boldly displayed. So Smee was surprised when he recognized Mad Dog's hooter, and he was dismayed. Don Alvaro Magee, cried Phineas Smee to the captain of the Santa Lucia, do not fall for his lies, for he is in disguise. He's the pirate called Mad Dog Magee. Cried Alvaro to Smee, I have heard of Magee, the infamous pirate and looter. He's a swordsman, I hear, yet that I don't fear. But what of his enormous old hooter? For rumours abound that a terrible sound emerges from that facial feature, and ships break in two and lose all their crew and their treasures to that awful creature. This is true, agreed Smee, for that's how you found me, alone in such terrible throes. For my good ship Maru was shattered in two when Magee blew his overgrown nose. But suppose we should scatter with Pepper the latter before on our deck he can stand, then perhaps he will sneeze, thus creating a breeze which will blow his ship back to the land. So without further ado, Alvaro ordered his crew to throw pepper at Mad Dog Magee. But from out of his nose a hurricane arose, which sank both the Hound and the Santa Lucia. So fear not, ye sailors of galleons or whalers, the pirate called Mad Dog Magee. For with Davy Jones lie his skeleton bones, way down deep on the bed of the sea. But beware when you sail the unusual gale, which arises from nowhere you see. It might be a breeze brought on by the sneeze of the pirate called Mad Dog Magee.